Hi, my name is Jamie Joy, Manager of Operations for Little League International. Today we are going to discuss the player selection system, also known as the draft. Each year, a local league will use one of three methods of selection. Players must have attended 50% of tryouts in order to be selected to a team. If they cannot attend the tryouts, there must be a justifiable reason approved by the board. The local league will determine the age structure of each division. Let's take a closer look at the draft. Little League offers three different draft plans for existing leagues: Draft Plan A, Draft Plan B, Draft Plan C. Draft Plan A for existing leagues. Players return to their team. Duration of title. Duration of title is each player acquired shall, for the duration of their major league career, be property of that team unless released or traded. The existing teams will remain intact. Teams will draft in the reverse order of standings from the previous season. For this example, we will use a 4-team league, and the draft order each round would be as follows. The 4th place team will select the first player. The 3rd place team will select the second player. The 2nd place team will select the 3rd player, and the 1st place team will select the 4th player. This continues until all rosters are complete. Draft Plan A for existing leagues. This table shows a 4-team league and how the players would be selected using Draft Plan A. Team 4 from the previous season would draft Player 1. Team 3 would draft Player 2. Team 2 would draft Player 3. Team 1 would draft Player 4. Then Team 4 would select again, getting the 5th player. Team 3 would get the 6th player, and so on until all rosters are complete. Draft Plan B for existing leagues. This draft is done in 2 parts. It is a total redraft. Players returning to the major division and have registered for the current season will be selected. Teams will draft in reverse order of standings from the previous season. The draft will follow a serpentine draft style. The first draft will be of returning players, and the second draft includes all players who are eligible for selection and have attended at least 50% of tryouts. Draft Plan B for existing leagues. This table shows a 4-team league. The team that finished in 4th place, Team 4, will select Player 1. Team 3 will select Player 2. Team 2 will select Player 3, and the 1st place team, Team 1, will select Player 4. Team 1 will select again, taking Player 5. Team 2 will take Player 6. Team 3 will take Player 7. Team 4 will take Player 8, and then you'll continue to follow the serpentine draft style to finish the draft. Draft Plan B for existing leagues. This is the alternate method. The draft is done in 1 part as opposed to 2 parts. We must ensure all returning major players from the previous season are drafted to a major team. Draft Plan C for existing leagues. Blind draft method. League will decide how many major teams will operate this season. Take the number of eligible 12-year-olds and divide by 8. 8 is the legal number of league-age players allowed on a team. Managers are assigned a team and allowed to place their child or children on their team. Draft Plan C for existing leagues. All eligible 12-year-olds' names are placed into a transparent container and placed on a team until all 12-year-olds are selected. All 11-year-old names that would like to be considered are placed on a team until all 11-year-olds are selected. This process is done for 10-year-olds, then 9-year-olds. Draft Plan C, blind draft method. Here we have a 4-team league, and you will notice that all eligible 12-year-olds will be selected first, then all eligible 11-year-olds will be selected second, and then for this example, all eligible 10-year-olds were selected and round out the teams. Draft Plan A, first year of operation. Managers will draw numbers to determine the draft order. For this example, we will use a 4-team league. Draft Plan A, first year of operation. Team 1 will select first. Team 2 will select second. Team 3 will select third. Team 4 will select fourth. Following the serpentine draft method, Team 4 will select fifth. Team 3 will select sixth. Team 2 will select seventh. And Team 1 will select eighth. Draft Plan B for the first year of operation. Draft is done by all managers to create equal teams. Select in the order of best players available based on tryouts. The managers should create teams of equal strength. Teams are numbered and managers will draw their team out of a hat. Draft Plan C for the first year of operation. It's a blind draft method. League will decide how many major teams will operate this season. Take the number of eligible 12-year-olds and divide by 8. 8 is the legal number of league-age players allowed on a team. Managers are assigned a team and allowed to place their child or children on their team. Draft Plan C, blind draft. You'll notice that we have a 4-team league. All 12-year-olds are selected first. Then all eligible 11-year-olds are selected second. And for this example, we only have 4 eligible 10-year-olds that round out the teams. Draft options. There are 4 options on sons, daughters, and siblings. Options number 2, 3, and 4 must be in writing to the player agent 48 hours prior to the draft. Option 1 is the brother-sister option. Option 2 is the brother-sister of a player currently on a team. Option 3 is the son-daughter of managers. And option 4 is the son's-daughter of a coach. Draft options for brother-sisters. 2 or more siblings in the draft, the first brother or sister is drafted. The manager automatically has the option to draft the other brother or sister on the next turn. Failure to exercise this option makes a second sibling available to be drafted by any team. Draft options. Brothers, sisters on a team. Manager may submit an option on a draftee if the player's candidate's brother or sister is a member of the manager's team. If an option is submitted, the manager must draft the sibling within the first 3 draft selections. Draft options for sons or daughters of managers. If a manager has a son or daughter eligible for the draft, must submit an option in writing. Manager must exercise option at or before the specified round. The parent manager option takes priority over any other option. Note, provisions also apply for managers having eligible brothers or sisters in the draft. Draft options for sons or daughters of coaches. New coaches shall not be appointed nor approved until after the draft. A returning coach may exercise option through the manager provided the coach has served as a coach or manager at any level for the past 2 years and the coach is returning to the same major league team as last year. Note, in order to exercise this option, the coach must qualify under both conditions. If an option is submitted for a son or daughter of a manager or coach, the candidate must be drafted in or before the following round. Draft round 5 for Little League Baseball and Softball for 9 and 10-year-olds. Draft round 4 for Little League Baseball and Softball for league age 11-year-olds. And draft round 3 for Little League and Baseball and Softball for league age 12-year-olds. For the junior division, be draft round 4 for league age 12 or 13-year-olds for Little League Baseball and Softball, and draft round 3 for Little League Baseball and Softball league age 14-year-olds. In the senior division for both baseball and softball, league age 13 and 14-year-olds must be drafted in the 5th round, league age 15-year-olds must be drafted in the 4th round, and league age 16-year-olds must be drafted in the 3rd round. For big league softball, they can be drafted in the 5th round for league age 14, 15, or 16-year-olds. For big league baseball, it'd be for league age 15 and 16-year-olds. For big league baseball and softball, they can be drafted by the 4th round for league age 17-year-olds and by the 3rd round for league 18-year-olds. That'll do it for today's discussion on drafts. For more questions, please contact Little League International or your regional headquarters. My name is Jamie Joy. Thank you for joining us today.